Hey everyone, my name is Poisonblade and I hope all of you are having a wonderful day today. So for today's video, I'm going to be building a habitat for the sun bear because Frontier was kind enough to give me early access to the Southeast Asia pack. And the sun bear is it's really a derpy animal. It's kind of cute as well, so I love derpy animals. So I wanted to build a habitat for the sun bear and cue the normal spiel of Poisonblade, try to build something small again. Got inspired by a huge building, this time the Colosseum, and yeah, we ended up with like some sort of arena for the sun bear. Although it's very animal friendly, I assure you. There's no fighting bears in this video. But let's get started with the video, shall we? So I usually do this when I'm being given early access to a pack, and that's doing kind of a mini review on what I like and don't like about the pack. And surprisingly enough, this pack, the Southeast Asia pack, doesn't have many building pieces. It has like a handful of building pieces. But as a builder, I still like this pack. This is purely my opinion, but I really just, yeah, I like this pack. Even though as a builder, there's not much for me there. Because there's a sign, I think, for each animal, maybe 2 for some. And that's it when it comes to building pieces. There's also, when it comes to the signs, if you want to make something with a horror theme, use the sign for the proboscis monk, because it looks like a sleep paralysis demon. Like that sign for the proboscis, like the actual animal looks fine. Also, I might call it a dick-nosed monkey because my brain is that of a 13-year-old. That might happen, will probably happen. But yeah, there's a very creepy sign for the proboscis monkey. There's, I think, also a normal sign, but there's also a very creepy one that just looks like it's going to haunt you in your nightmares. Which, I love creepy shit, so I like the sign, but it's definitely like, if you want to build something with a horror theme, use that sign. But as a builder, there's not much to this pack for me. But as a Planet Zoo player, I really like this pack because Planet Zoo became, or at least began to feel like Planet Builder for me. So when I got news of, oh, this pack is not going to have any building pieces, but it's going to have 8 animals, I was really happy. Because this is just my opinion, but I think that as a builder, I've been kind of spoiled with the last 4 packs. Like there were like, I think 250 or 150 building pieces with each pack and 4 animals. So the animals were kind of sidetracked, I felt like, or at least were just kind of there, but there was a lot more focus on building pieces. Of course, I understand building pieces are definitely easier to put in a game because there's no animations that you have to put in with them. Don't have to build like an AI for building pieces. So it's understandable that you will get a lot of building pieces, but like that animals just take more time to make. So when it came to the Southeast Asia pack, I was really happy that there was a lot of focus on the animals and that there were basically no building pieces. Like I can understand that other builders are kind of like, I'm not really interested in this pack. Like I understand that other builders will think like that. I just really like that there's just more focus on the animals and that there is basically just more animals. So when it comes to the actual animals, you will understand this, but I really like that there's 8 of them. I also really like the actual animals in themselves because they are all in a way strange and derpy and varying degrees of cute. So those are basically how I rank animals. Are they derpy? Are they weird? Are they slightly cute? Or well, there's another in like, can I use them in like a lore wise thing? But when it comes to the actual animals, you will notice when I go through them that I am not the greatest with names because I've forgotten most of them. Because we have the dick-nosed monkey, or proboscis monkey, which I really not only, but I really just remember that really creepy sign that we have for the proboscis monkey. Then we have the clouded leopard, which I wanted to build my first build when given the pack on the clouded leopard, but then I realized, oh, I want to build something huge. So maybe not that for the first video, so let's already pray for my PC, because what you see right now, or what you're going to see at the end of today's video, is when I try to build something small. When I try to build something huge, it's, you know, again, let's pray for my PC. But Cloud Leopard, which is an animal near and dear to my heart, so I will always like it. And from what I've seen, it looks good, so I haven't really played with it too much, but I've looked at it. Then you have the Horny Pig. I've forgotten the actual name for it, and no, I didn't mean horny as in, you know, get your mind out of the gutter. I meant that it has tusks and or horns, something. And I might actually switch out the warthogs that we have in Kayan al-Bashar for the Horny Pig, because I like weird animals. Compared to the warthog, I like the Horny Pig more, so I want the Horny Pig. That sounds bad, I know, but I've forgotten the actual name for it. So, proboscis monkey, clouded leopard, horny pig, sun bear, of course, because that's what today's video is about, and it's derpy and cute at the same time. Like, the sun bear isn't really a weird animal, but it's derpy and cute, so it ticks 2 other boxes for animals that I like. And yes, I looked at the sun bear for a long time for this video, and it doesn't only look derpy, it also behaves kind of derpy, so I really like the sun bear. Then we have the binturong, which I know there was quite an upheaval when Frontier showed the binturong, and originally I also was kind of like, is that what a binturong looks like? Because you guys saw double ears. I saw horns. I thought that they had ears and then horns behind that, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure that a binturong doesn't have horns, but that's all I could see. You guys saw double ears, like 4 or 2 sets of ears. I just saw horns. So they have, or at least Shantae said that Frontier is going to take a second look at the appearance of a binturong, so that one might change actually. I'm going to say it here, I actually was kind of okay with the original appearance. Also, I like the binturong because you're supposed to smell like popcorn, so I was just immediately thinking I want to build a movie theater for it and just have it there because it makes sense with the animal and also with the place with like it smelling of popcorn. Yeah, that's basically all my thoughts about the binturong. It's like, didn't look great when it was announced or revealed. They are going to take a second look at the animal, which I'm very happy with, that Frontier listened to the feedback of the community. So the appearance of the binturong might change. I might have also mispronounced the name completely the entire time, so well, that's the standard. Poisonblade doesn't get names correctly. I mean, I have a horny pig. That came out incorrectly. I forgot the name for the horned pig, so there's that. Then we also have the Malayan tapir, or tapir, also not getting that name correctly, which it's a tapir. We already have one of them, but it's good to see the Malayan version, so it's kind of like, leaf bug, which I normally don't count the exhibit animals or the animals that you put in a box and are kind of static as animals, but I've already shown that I grade animals by weirdness, derpiness, cuteness, and how can I use it in my projects. The leaf bug is very weird. It's not cute or derpy, but it's very weird, so I like it actually. So we have that animals, just going to go to the spiel again of like, we had proboscis monkey, clouded leopard, sun bear, horny pig, leaf bug, binturong, Malayan tapir. What's the last one? The one that nobody can pronounce correctly. Or I think everybody will at least say incorrectly once, which is the dhole, which is kind of like the dingo, which, yeah, it's just there. It's kind of like, for me with the Malayan tapir, I feel the same about the dhole as the Malayan tapir. It's there, and I might use it instead of the dingo because I do like the look of the dhole a little bit more. It kind of just looks like a dog, and it's kind of like my approach with the dhole sheep as well. It's like, it looks like a sheep, I'm going to use it as a sheep. The dhole kind of looks like a dog, I might use it as a dog. So I do think that it might look great for like the modders when it comes to like making it into a fox, but yeah, when it comes to the dhole, it's kind of like, it's there, I'm grateful that it's there. I don't have any negative feelings towards it, I feel kind of like neutral on it. So I don't know too much about all of these animals when it comes to how they, you know, work, how they well, basically live in their habitats. Like, I've only so far built something for the sun bear that you're seeing right now. I've kind of looked at the cloud leopard because first intention was to build something for the cloud leopard, but as I said, then that idea became huge, and then it was just like, yeah, that's going to take a lot more time, so let's push that to the back. Then I started building something for the sun bear, and now here we have with a sort of arena-like thing. So yeah, when it comes to basically my closing thoughts on the Southeast Asia pack, if you are solely into Plant Zoo for building, this isn't a pack for you. I'm just going to say that outright. There's a handful of building pieces with like designs for each animal, although again, that sign for the dick-nosed monkey or the proboscis monkey is creepy as hell because it looks like a sleep paralysis demon, or just like something that will suck out your soul. So yeah, I might use that sign, maybe. But yeah, when it comes to building pieces, there's really not that much. Again, handful of signs. When it comes to the animals, there is of course more, so yeah, if you are more into the animal side of Plant Zoo, this is a pack that's probably great for you. If you're a builder and really not interested in any of the animals, then it's kind of like, yeah, you might leave this pack behind. But then, like, I am still of the opinion that with the last 4 packs, we as builders have been kind of spoiled with like 250 or 150 pieces each pack. And now it's like, now I feel like it's like the time to give the animal lovers of Plant Zoo actual animals, or more animals. So yeah, with that being said, that's basically my closing thoughts on the Southeast Asia pack. If you're a builder, might leave this pack behind. If you're an animal lover, this is probably worth more to you, or is more of your pack to get. But now let's get into the actual build, because this was first inspired by like those older zoos, like those classical zoos, which didn't take animal welfare that seriously, because they basically put animals in like a concrete, well, in a iron box with a concrete floor, and that was basically it. But then it slowly went from being inspired by that, but still, like, the first intention with this build was like, I want something that I could use in Kayan al-Bashar but don't have to use. So that's why I kind of built it without any restrictions on like, oh, it needs to look like this, this, and this. You saw me looking at the sun bear there for a little bit because it's derpy. I like a derpy animal, so. But anyway, so when it came to the actual habitat, was first inspired by those classical zoos, which again didn't take animal welfare that seriously, and then I made it worse by getting inspired by the Colosseum. Yeah, again, this is not supposed to be like, oh, the sun bears are fighting each other. I kind of just thought of like, oh, maybe Kayan al-Bashar once had like a fighting pit or arena, and since then it has kind of fallen out of fashion to have like fighting in arenas or have like a, you know, gladiatorial fights. And so they transformed or renovated the site into somewhat of like a garden-esque thing with sun bears. And that's also kind of worked with having the glass bridge, because that's the main, well, it's like a, yeah, it's supposed to be the main feature, but then I didn't do myself any favors by keeping that as the main feature when I built walls surrounding the, well, basically the 2 arenas in a way, making it actually look like an arena, because again, I got inspired by the Colosseum. I wasn't supposed to be inspired by the Colosseum because it really looks like the sun bears are like, that's like a bear fighting pit now, but I can assure you it's not. It wasn't. Well, that's not the thought process that went behind it. I just thought old arena that was out of use and then was transformed into like a garden park-esque thing. So it's animal friendly, guys. I will say that, even though it doesn't look like that. Although, I mean, you can still, like, lore wise and Kayan al-Bashar wise, You might still push off your rifle into the bear pit. That sounds wrong, but I mean, it's a hole in the ground. So it has bears. So it's a pit and it has bears. So it is in a way a bear pit, but it's not like a bear pit when it comes to like fighting things. So the bears might eat your rifle, or at least kill it. I don't know how aggressive some bears are actually. I'm just like derpy animal. Didn't really look too far into like, oh, are they that aggressive or are they not? I did look up at Wikipedia for a bit to find out like what's their natural habitat a little bit more like, and then I found out like, oh, they are climbing animals, or at least they are the most arboreal of the bears that I read. Like they spend a lot of time in the trees, so of course I needed a climbing structure, and that's also where the bridge came in handy. Well, it's a huge climbing structure. Also, it was really annoying because this is just a thing with every animal in Planet Zoo, but you basically take the size of the animal and double it if you want to have something that is traversable for them. I constantly forget this, and I built things for the actual size of the animal. But yeah, if you have any animal in Planet Zoo, make it twice as large, and if that enlarged version can pass through it, then the normal animal can. If the enlarged version can't get through it, then the animal itself, like the normal version, usually also can't. So yeah, again, animal friendly, but it really just looks like I've made an arena where the bears fight each other, which I think in nature they would do, because I think that the some bears are kind of like, they live separately. Unless they want to mate, then they find each other, but otherwise they live alone. And if they find each other in the non-mating season, I think that they will like, be very territorial. I don't know if some bears are like this for sure, but I think they were like this, where it was just like, in the mating season they are okay with each other. If it's not the mating season, they don't want to see each other. So yeah, in a way I actually made just a social distancing habitat, because the some bears they don't have to interact with each other. They have basically their own little circles, and they only get together to mate. I mean, you could also make it so that you could have like a gate in the bridge, so that, or like a gate, so that you can close it off. So yeah. Anyway, that's it for today's video. The review was kind of all over the place, but again, closing thoughts on the Southeast Asia pack are, for builders, it's probably a pack that you're not that interested in if you're not interested in the animals. For animal lovers, I would recommend the pack. And for me, I also just really liked the pack, because I felt like Planet Zoo became Planet Builder, and now it feels like there's more focus on the animals again, which is what's Planet Zoo, or what makes Planet Zoo, the animals. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this chaos of a video. If you do, then there's a like and subscribe button. There is a notification button, but if that starts to work, then that sign for the dick nose monkey will not be creepy anymore. So that's probably not ever going to happen. Yeah, that notification button is just, it's decoration by now. But anyway, I wish all of you guys a lovely day. Bye bye.